Thanks for streaming the Fox 54 Week in Review. I'm Kenesha Dees. We're trying something new, a compilation of the best events and people we've met over the past 7 days. Here is a week in review of the stories Fox 54 News covered in North Alabama from the week of February 17th through the 23rd.
The history and the culture is so important for all of us, not just African Americans, but for everyone to learn and to be aware and celebrate the contributions that have been made by African Americans to our life, our society, to history.
And you have to understand your history to recognize your present and go towards your future.
It doesn't matter if you're black or any culture, really, to keep that history in mind, to feel important, to elevate the culture, to elevate the experiences.
The arts, music, self-care, and more have been brought together in celebration of Black culture and recognizing Black history for the 21st Annual Black History Enrichment and Enlightenment Festival put on by Rosie's International Festival Services. Several performances were done by students and musicians in the community.
I'm told that you do not see a lot of young African American saxophone players, so I believe that I'm beginning to change the narrative just a little bit.
Tommy Friend, aka Tommy Sax, has been playing the saxophone for 16 years.
I try to pour myself into the music that I am playing, so I give it my whole entire soul. So whenever I see people are vibing to it and they're singing along, I hope that my music has connected to them in some way.
Connection is why many people came today, especially Iris Dunn with Mary Kay Cosmetics, who says she loves being with the community and wants people to feel good in their own skin.
I am an expert in skincare and color cosmetics, and I really find joy in doing that and teaching people about taking care of their skin.
And Dr. Sherry Terrain takes her love of education and turns that into pieces of art through her business, Sherry's Elegance Jewelry.
Everything's made on a stretch cord to make it so easy, accessible to put over your head. This is my African ankh here, and just lovely and easy to wear.
Everyone coming together to share and celebrate their talents, culture, and history.
The Von Braun Astronomical Society has been a part of the Huntsville community for more than 50 years, and its restroom facility has been around even longer. It's in need for an upgrade, and the group of volunteers wants to keep it all together. Our Ken McCoy has the story.
I'm Alexandra Hall.
Hello, my name is Michael Buford.
Hello, my name is Robert Arizman.
Volunteers don't often get the spotlight.
To be honest, the reward for us is when we hear that gasp of amazement for somebody seeing something through a telescope for the first time, or indeed the questions that we get on a Saturday night planetarium show. That's what really makes it worthwhile.
But it's the love for what they do that keeps them going.
I have been to so many planetarium shows, especially when I was growing up, that I basically got a one-way ticket to a free education of astronomy.
I've done all kinds of things with Boeing, and radio excited me. It still excites me. I'm still in the hobby. It's also STEM education.
These volunteers are looking to modernize their facility, but they're having a tough time finding a solution.
Finding the funds for somebody to help us to put in a semi-permanent toilet trailer, we're looking at $40,000 to $50,000 for something like that, and it's really not very sexy. So we have been canvassing the Huntsville community and saying, hey, does anybody have any creative ideas?
And even with their sexier ideas, this task presents a challenge.
We have homeschool groups that come up to the planetarium and private groups that will book the observatory. We've even had a wedding up here. So we can be quite creative in trying to find revenues to help pay for things, just the basic maintenance of facilities that are now approaching 70 years old can be pretty challenging.
VBOS has been in contact with the mayor and Parks and Rec to come up with a solution. But until then, they are going on with the show.
Honestly, VBOS is currently, since I've been here, this is the best I've ever seen it. We are on a track, I believe, to really become something incredible. Something even more incredible than we already are.
Now, your neighborhood hero, sponsored by B2EDI. Last month, I introduced to you the first neighborhood hero of 2023. But this month, I ask you to take a look back with me at some of the neighborhood heroes from last year. Holly Ham, Sandra Kroon, and Taylor Reed, as a reminder of their service to their communities, and also that we would like to hear from you. We want to know who your neighborhood hero is. So in the meantime, let's take a moment to meet these heroes yet again. We start off taking a look back at some of the heroes of 2022 with Holly Ham, aka the Birthday Fairy. Ham was September's neighborhood hero, and with her, she carries the power to make the birthdays of several young people extremely special. And yes, like most neighborhood heroes, all out of the kindness of her own heart. The mission of the Birthday Fairy was placed on Ham's heart last year. Miss Carbine allowed Ham to pilot the birthday surprises in her kindergarten classroom. Without even knowing it, that first birthday surprise would ignite a spark in the community of Florence.
She asked me if I would do the whole kindergarten because all the other kids wanted to know why the Birthday Fairy did not come to their classes. So when she put that on my heart, I was just thinking, I don't know how I'm going to do the whole kindergarten. And then I told my friends about it. My friends got behind me. And we formed a board and we got a 501c3 approved, and we have now got over 190 students that the Birthday Fairy will celebrate this year.
Next, I reintroduce you to Sandra Kroon, October's neighborhood hero, which was very fitting as October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Kroon is a survivor herself, on a mission to help bring out the confidence in other fellow breast cancer survivors. Kroon is also an entrepreneur with a photography business, Smiling Face Photography.
When I started my business in 2012, you know, when I got my studio, it was just something I wanted to do. I said, what way can I make an impact?
As well as CEO and founder of Pink Alabama and a breast cancer survivor herself.
I started actually Pink Alabama 3 years prior to me being diagnosed. But once I was told that I had breast cancer, it touched deeper.
Through both of those avenues, she's able to combine her passion for photography with her compassion for fellow breast cancer survivors by offering portraits to them for free. We end things with Taylor Reed, November's neighborhood hero, an episode that actually aired on Thanksgiving Day of last year, which is telling of just how thankful the homeless community is to this hero, who helps provide showers to those in need. Team leader of Huntsville Shower Up and this month's neighborhood hero, Taylor Reed, knows that showers only go skin deep.
I mean, a shower is a great thing. You feel good about yourself, you can clean off, but you're going to need a shower again tomorrow. It's really about making relationships with these individuals.
He also knows showering these folks with grace, hope, and love is the real mission here.
I just got baptized, talking about him being a hero. He literally physically baptized me himself. He put a little spark in me to help with Shower Up. I volunteered for them.
This drive to serve comes from a place within Reed. Just over a decade ago, Reed and his family were greatly impacted by the tornado outbreak of 2011.
I did lose my house in the tornadoes in 2011, living in Harvest, and lost everything. So I know what it's like to have nothing. I know what it's like to go a little while without taking a shower.
Now, of course, you can watch in full length all of the Heroes episodes on FOX54.com. And as I mentioned earlier, if you know someone who you consider a neighborhood hero, please nominate them. I'm currently looking for new nominations as we continue on in this new year.
Well, this time of year, we see some sweet and friendly faces in the neighborhood. Esther Pierce, a Girl Scout from Huntsville, stopped by today. Our Jasmine Bird asked her what she's learned from her cookie selling experience.
I've been a Girl Scout for about 7 years.
Talk to me about your favorite cookies.
Depending on what they like. This is our best seller, Thin Mints. So we have our Girl Scout law is I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, respect myself and others, respect authorities, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout.
Well, how cute is that? For more information on Girl Scouts and how you can get those delicious cookies, head on over to FOX54.com.
If you drive down Bailey Cove, you've noticed a Sandra Moon Community Complex where the old Grissom High School once stood. But this isn't the only addition to this area. District 3 Council member Jenny Robinson confirms that there have been several other contracts signed by the city when it comes to things like roads, parking lots, offices, and playgrounds in this same area.
So over the course of the last month, the City Council has approved a number of contracts. There were 2 contracts actually approved at the Sandra Moon Complex.
The first contract we'll dive into has to do with an additional road, more parking, and sidewalks. These additions are considered to be part of Phase 2 in relation to the Sandra Moon Complex. The mission of Phase 2 is
to create a road that's going to go from basically where we're standing here at the library all the way out into the ball fields, around by the pickleball courts, and then out onto Bailey Cove, as well as parking. There's going to be parking and sidewalks along this road here that's going to be built. So this is what you see.
Keeping on the theme of recreation, another outdoor facility has been approved in the same area as the South Huntsville Library and Sandra Moon Complex.
With that project also, we've approved a new playground.
Robinson shares when she expects all of this to be completed.
That work is going to be lining up here. We should start to see that happen here late spring, with completion sometime possibly in the fall.
Beyond recreation, there's also a focus on extending the reach of local performance arts, with Robinson saying the Sandra Moon Complex will one day be what Low Mill is for visual arts, a place of office spaces for local creatives.
In the meantime, work continues to go on at the offices. The Arts Huntsville is working with performing arts groups that are going to have their offices and going to be in residence at the Moon Complex here, and we should be moving them in late spring.
Councilmember Robinson is also hosting her annual South Huntsville Cleanup Day on March 11th. For more information on how you can get involved, visit FOX54.com.
Now, the Valley's top teacher, sponsored by Calhoun Community College.
This teacher goes by Coach B, and he juggles many hats, from his coaching cap to maybe even a hard hat. He does it all. He's an agri-science instructor, and today he wears the cap as this week's Valley's top teacher. Meet Mr. Brandon Broughton from Madison County High School. It's engagement.
Safety glasses, okay. Man looks nice.
That drives Brandon Broughton's class.
Took on my teaching philosophy as, you know, if I can relate to the student, then the student can relate to me.
Broughton's love for agri-science at Madison County High School began through his father, who was an ag teacher for 30-plus years. Broughton's taught for 18 years.
I came here to A&M in 2000 and got an ag education degree, and I done my student teaching here, and I was lucky enough to continue my educational career here in the same building.
And at this same building,
we'll take another man's trash and create a treasure.
Broughton's love for teaching extends into his fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. It's where he also shares his talents.
Show them how to build a birdhouse, show them the proper way to use some of the small equipment that we can take out.
Even a hands-on industry uses a touch of technology too.
We can see how technology has incorporated into what we're using a CNC router, you know, setting up programs on a computer. So I try to give them a whole different aspect of everything so they can be able to go out and be successful if they decide to take a trade route.
Regardless of whatever route his students take, it's the sense of pride he wants them to leave with.
I want to do something that I could give a kid something to have for the rest of their life. And teaching a trade, the things that we're doing here, from residential wiring to welding to construction, it gives them a sense of having something that someone can't take from them.
Well deserved, Mr. Broughton. Take a look at some projects his students have worked on and when he was surprised as Valley's top teacher. Visit all of that on FOX54.com, and don't forget to nominate one. The Huntsville community leaders revealed the rate of homelessness is quite alarming. An annual survey showed at least 536 homeless persons are in the city and hundreds more in the metro area. Our Sedona Meadows joins us now. Sedona, you learned a lot about this. So pretty unique way to address this homelessness.
Yeah, a really unique partnership indeed. Kanisha, Designed by Heart Pottery Studio is hosting an Empty Bowls event here in Huntsville at Low Mill this Sunday, where event goers donate funds to support First Stop Inc.'s mission, and in return receive a handmade bowl and fresh soup.
The homeless community is part of our community. We're all here together and we need to look out for each other.
I think a lot of times it's hard to talk about because we don't know what to do. Like, we know it's there, but how do we solve it? And one of the ways is coming together.
Coming together as a community is exactly what First Stop Inc. and Designed by Heart Pottery are doing through the annual Empty Bowls event in Huntsville, meant to raise awareness about the homeless population in the city and how you can help.
The event this year, it's $20 and a donation to the event, and you get to come in, have soup from your local restaurants, have a seat with your community, chat with them, eat with them, get to take home a homemade bowl.
Those unique bowls made by local artists are meant to act as a reminder that some people may not have everyday access to food and housing, and those donations go straight to supporting First Stop Inc.'s mission.
These funds are going to allow us to continue to do the work we do, which is focused on helping people move out of homelessness.
And here at Designed by Heart, these bowls are truly made with love and care as the process takes time. Terry Hartman, owner of Designed by Heart Pottery, was kind enough to show me just how much goes into making some of these special bowls. And for the sake of time, here's the sped up version.
You put it in the center.
Okay.
From now on, you want the clay in your hands to stay wet.
Okay.
That looks great. Yay! You practiced before you came.
I've never done this before ever in my life. You really feel like your heart's in it, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you for walking me through it. This is so exciting. Awesome. And as you walk away with your special bowl from this community event, Hartman hopes it brings compassion and understanding for everyone in the community.
I think that compassion that you feel for your neighbor will translate to the compassion you feel for the person on the street or for organizations that are helping your community.
That was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to getting my bowl. The event is this Sunday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Low Mill Studio Theater. They've got more than 500 different bowls to choose from. For more information on how you can sign up, you can head on over to our website.
Well, Huntsville is the host city for the first African American sorority to host its annual regional conference this weekend. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated will bring 5,000 plus members to the Rocket City.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Southeastern Regional Director Dr. Tracy Adams says, AKA was the first sorority established by Black women on the campus of Howard University in 1908.
That we have over 5,500 members here in Huntsville, Alabama.
Dr. Adams says they have a 115-year legacy of service and sisterhood.
But we're also going to have some good fun, and we're going to spend some money in Huntsville, Alabama, and I know that you all appreciate that.
And today, they are packaging what they call their Childhood Hunger and Initiative Power Pack, also known as their chip bags,
which will have non-perishable food items for our children so that they can take them home. Many of our children, unfortunately, when they leave school on Friday afternoon, they do not have quality food over the weekend.
So how will AKA create this big economic impact?
I said we've got 5,500 ladies here, and they will be shopping. They will be spending dollars with various retailers, etc.
This is the organization's first conference in the Rocket City since 2014. And Dr. Adams says Huntsville is the only one in about 5 cities that could host a big conference like this.
And I saw that it was on the list to return to Huntsville, Alabama, the Rocket City. I said, we're going there.
Now, the power packs that they collect during the conference this weekend will be donated to Girls Inc. and to the Boys and Girls Club in this region.
Well, we know kindness goes a long way, and today the city of Huntsville took to social media to showcase these wonderful random acts. Our Ken McCoy kept his eyes on all the social media pages and has the story.
The The city of Huntsville celebrated Random Acts of Kindness Day in grand fashion. The city got started early this week with HPD Deputy Chief stopping by the Huntsville Communications Division to speak with dispatchers and give them a sweet treat. And Huntsville Transit operator Elisa Grissom presented flowers to Eleanor Suits, a faithful rider. Ryan, the climbing guide Cavender at the Legacy Center, received two of his favorite things in the world, granola and coffee from city workers. A group of students from the University of Alabama in Huntsville and volunteers recently served Miss Polly Smith by cleaning bamboo, moved a large dirt pile, and provided a thorough spring cleaning of her yard. And the Huntsville Fire Department visited Mountain Gap Elementary to teach them about fire safety, and Captain Corey Green gave them 4 rules to live by.
There were 4 things that got me to my positions. I had to follow directions, listen to my teacher, listen to my parents, and eat my vegetables. Y'all repeat after me. Follow directions. Follow directions. Listen to my teacher. Listen to my teacher. Listen to my parents. Listen to my parents. Eat my vegetables. Eat my vegetables. All right, now you're on your own.
Don't worry, they eventually got it, and after that came the fire truck.
All right, give me a horn.
Remember, there's never a wrong time to be kind. For Fox 54 News, I'm Ken McCoy.
You are absolutely right, Ken. We could always use kindness and love. Do you have what it takes to fight a wildfire? Well, the Alabama A&M Fire Dogs are learning exactly how to do just that. Our Sedona Meadows was able to see some of the fire training in action today, and it's not just about fighting fire. It's also about helping the environment. Take a look.
I'm sure you can tell I'm not in my normal work attire right now. I'm actually here at the Winfred Thomas Agricultural Research Station of Alabama A&M, where students get hands-on wildland firefighting training.
I've always loved nature, and finally getting into a major that involved that has been really, really fun. So I've been trying to take any opportunity I can to learn more about it or find other ways to work into it. So I want to really become that jack of all trades.
Matthew Woodall is majoring in forestry and is in his junior year at Alabama A&M University. He's also a member of the Fire Dogs, a student-led forest firefighting team recognized by the U.S. Forest Service. The first of its kind team was formed in 2009.
We're really just a wildland fire crew receiving training to help local landowners or people in our area with prescribed burning, or even just like natural disaster cleanups, whatnot.
Bradley Massey, another student majoring in forestry, explains today's lesson for the upperclassmen is all about prescribed burns.
So we're gonna start little spot fires and utilize our water hose to suppress those fires.
I'm a big believer in prescribed fire, good fire, as it were. A lot of our plants and animals in the southeast, they've evolved with fire. They need fire.
Project's Forester and Fire Dogs Chief Jeremy Wiggum provides expert knowledge all while supporting his students.
We offer the safe environment so they'll be more prepared when they head out to fight wildfires.
After the program, these students will receive a wildland firefighting certification. And this team's success has sparked the U.S. Forest Service to partner with other HBCUs.
The Fire Consortium is funded by a generous grant from the Forest Service. It's Region 8 Fire and Aviation Unit out of Atlanta. And they recognize that Alabama A&M, as well as several other HBCUs, are really the pipeline the diversity to the Forest Service.
If you love the forest, if you really want to get out there in the forest, boots on the ground, I think it's a program that everybody should give a try.
For all the high school seniors, come to Alabama A&M. I mean, we get boots on the ground, we get training. It's real fun and we have a good time.
Well, I think it's safe to say that I got my boots in the ground today. In Hazel Green, Sedona Meadows, Fox 54 News.
That wraps up your Week in Review. I'm Kenesha Dees. Remember to check out fox54.com and download our mobile app for more of our stories. From everyone here at Fox 54 News, we'll see you next time.